Louisiana farmers now find themselves in a catch-22. They must flood their fields to control weeds in their rice, but at the same time, a flooded rice field triggers the spread of the dreaded rice water weevil. I spoke with a farmer this week who says if left untreated, rice water weevils could destroy his whole rice crop.
We look long enough, we'll find it.
LSU Ag Center entomologist Dr. Mike Stout scours his research plots for evidence of the rice water weevil.
These little pencil-like scars, that's the feeding. That's what results from the feeding of the adult rice water weevils.
Stout urges rice farmers to remain vigilant against the spread of their worst insect pest, the rice water weevil. Weevil larvae literally eat through the root systems of rice plants. Acadia Parish rice grower Fred Zonbrecker explains that without a proper seed treatment or a pyrethroid treatment later in the season, this little bug could undo his entire crop.
Your rice crop could end up being a disaster because you would lose all of your root mass, which is very important or is essential for nutrient uptake and stability of the plant itself, and they could pretty much wipe your crop out if it gets really bad.
According to Stout, rice water weevils have emerged from winter hibernation as the temperatures have become warmer. With the onset of flooded rice, a technique used by farmers to control weeds, Stout says a flooded rice field is the perfect environment for weevils to begin laying eggs.
Flooding acts like a trigger for egg laying for the females. And it's really not the adult feeding that we worry about so much, it's the larvae that hatch out of those eggs. So really, when you're talking about economic losses, the larval infestations are what's important.
Zonbrecker says because of effective seed treatments, he doesn't see much impact from weevils on his farm until later in the growing season.
We don't have problems with the water weevil until maybe much later in the season, and at that time the root mass is developed on the rice enough to where the damage doesn't become an issue for the rice.
Back at the Rice Research Station, Mike Stout continues with his research. He says the main concern of farmers early this season is the proliferation of the rice water weevil. However, a growing concern of farmers is the potential of another insect threat, such as the Mexican rice borer.
It's not until later in the season that our other major pests show up. So when rice begins to head, the panicles begin to emerge, rice stink bugs become a problem. That's pretty much our second most important problem. And then you probably heard on that field day, we're starting to have more and more problems with stem borers. We've got an invasive stem borer, Mexican rice borer, that's moving eastward from Texas and is beginning to establish in southwest Louisiana.
Researchers at the LSU Ag Center say seed treatments could potentially help rice growers combat the Mexican rice borer. Last year, Ag Center entomologists found the bug in Vermilion, Acadia, and Allen parishes.
And scientists predict the Mexican rice borer will likely be found in rice-growing parishes this year. For more information about seed treatments or the LSU Rice Research Station, log on to our website at twilatv.org. And it's amazing that little bug can cause so much damage in a rice field.
That's why farmers have to be extra vigilant when they're scouting their fields.